My name is John Minus, and I'm a mental health screener. I'm basically like an EMT. I patch you up and either send you to a hospital or send you home. So I see people who have affordable care insurance. So people who get all up in arms about it, it's weird because it's not good insurance. It's just better than nothing insurance. And it doesn't entitle you to really good care. It just entitles you to care. So another thing that makes poverty more detrimental is that a lot of people who live below the poverty line don't have access to basic health care. So you get depressed and you don't have meds to take care of it, so you eat or you drink or you get angry or you fight or you gamble. You take on more negative coping mechanisms and it spirals out of control. And then there's the people who I see who are doing heroin and coke because they can't afford the real drugs. It's frustrating because I do what I can for them, but I'm an emergency person. You don't go to an EMT for regular care. There's an answer for it. There's a great answer for it. More psych hospitals, but every state has been cutting back on mental health because nobody cares. And nobody cares really about mental health till it affects them. So, I mean, that's how it feels. And nobody cares about poverty until they lose their job, and then they're, there with everybody else. And the real trickle down was that close the psych hospitals, all those floridly psychotic people trickled down to the streets. And that's where they stayed. Some people consider mental health to be like, kind of a rich person's problem. But it's not, it's everybody's problem. The thing about poverty is it makes you feel like you're less than other people. And I think for my grandmother and my grandparents, my grandmother and my grandfather, they always, and I think this is what a lot of black people did from that generation, is because they didn't have as much as white people. So it's like, they didn't let that beat them down because they had a sense of self that kind of bridged that gap. I may not have as much as you, but that doesn't make you better than me. So I always had that kind of sense of self too. And that's kind of ingrained. It was something I saw. A lot of people find ways to turn their mental illness into positives, or to manage it, or to use it to fuel them, to push them to something better. So being born with less doesn't mean that you have to stay there. There's more of the 99% of us are muggles and things and mudbloods, and 1% of us are purebloods. Remember, you are okay, and you're not alone.
Hi, I'm Jack Quaid, and Project UROK and the Harry Potter Alliance are teaming up to raise awareness about how living below the poverty line affects access to mental health care. If you want to join the conversation, use the hashtag MyHungerGames, or if you want to find out more information, go to projecturok.org.